All right. So this story time is going to be the day my best friend got hit by a car. So now this best friend, let me kind of explain it a little bit. This best friend wasn't somebody that I went to school with, wasn't somebody that I grew up with. You know, it wasn't somebody that I knew all my life up to that time, you know. And during the time of our friendship, from all the time that we've known each other, he got hit by a car. It's not that type of friendship, you know? It wasn't that type of best friend, you know? I am a type of person that when I come and encounter people, I take on their spirit. And if their spirit is a nice spirit, I can feel it. And I'm not saying that I am a bad person, and I'm not saying that I'm the best person, but I'll just put myself in the category of being a good person. And I don't affiliate, due to the upbringing, the religious background of my upbringing, I don't affiliate too much with evil. I don't affiliate too much with devilment, and I don't affiliate too much with wrong. You see what I'm saying? Even when I was unsaved, people that did wrong, I would tell them. And I had friends, due to the fact of my truthfulness. People, I had somebody tell me, well, I'm going to go to Sharon because I know Sharon don't lie. So I'm going to go and ask her because I know she's going to tell me the truth. And there was a time, well, we didn't get into that. Okay, back to my story time. So my best friend got hit by a car. So, okay. So I was in a group home, and this group home was called Covenant House. I don't know if anybody ever heard of it. Anybody from New York would know about it, and I don't even know what it's in other parts of the world. But I know the name of it is Covenant House, and it's for young teenagers, runaway teenagers, and young mothers. Teenagers that's mothers, right? I wasn't a mother, so let me clarify that. But I was a young teenager. I was about 13. No, I'm going to say about 15 because I got saved when I was 12. And so I'll give myself a year or two with the Lord. I can't remember how long I stayed with the Lord. But I know the first time I got saved was at 12 years of age. So I'm going to say maybe this is 14, right? I was put out the house, right, due to the fact of me being auxiliary police. And those who know auxiliary, it means volunteer. So I was a volunteer for the police department. Had my uniform, went through self-defense. So I know a little I know a little karate. And I know how to use the nightstick. You know, I know how to defend myself, you know. And I went through the academy, right? I had to go through the academy. And I graduated, and I got my badge, and I got my voucher to get my uniform. So, you know, I looked just like a police officer, but I did not carry a gun. So, I was staying with my father. Unfortunately, my dad is deceased, so I could tell his story. Nothing against him, because I loved my dad very much. There was some issues with him and me, but I loved him. So I was staying with him, and I was staying with his girlfriend, right? His girlfriend name was Paulette. She's also deceased. So I can name these people and tell the story really clearly because, you know, I really ain't got nothing to hide, but you know how, you know, people that are alive, you have trouble with them, especially if you're telling the truth about them. So, I before. I know I'm young. I forgot I was up early. I was up like 7. Okay, so I okay, where was I
John
again?
Locke, millennia ago, said this: wherever law ends, tyranny begins.
Okay.
This impeachment asks whether we are still a republic.
That is, I don't know if you can see it.
As our
The
founders
man
intended,
talking
or whether
about
we will accept that one person can be above the law. In America, as we have said over and over again,
oh my goodness.
no one is above the law.
Oh,
But only as long as we hold every person accountable for breaking the law.
all right.
Even a president.
Let me see if I
Will that be
can.
true? If the House does not act,
They taking up all the space on.
we run the risk of allowing the president's.
Because this long we're here.
My brother has no.
Big dreams start with small steps.
Grandma got ran over by.
So just start small. Start saving. Easily set, track, and control your goals.
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Chase. Make more of what's yours.
I don't know why.
We're all about bringing families together.
This time of year, that's really important.
That's why our Chevy employee discount.
Okay, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna just turn it off so that way. No problem. Okay. All right, so okay, no, I thought I heard something. So now, once I got kicked out, due to the fact of me coming home one day after staying out for the whole weekend because my dad and my dad's ex-girlfriend, or girlfriend at the time, kept fighting and arguing and all that stuff. And then he would get his little attitudes, and then he would come picking on me, and he would come waking me up like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Between 5 and 7, he would wake me up because of the simple fact of the matter is that he got a job and he'd be mad if somebody was sleeping. And the girl used to say to him, his girlfriend said, Jesse, leave that girl alone. And he'd be like, shut up, don't be telling me what to do. And he would be fighting her and all that. So once I got this job, it was a job because after a while, when you stay with the police department for 6 months, I don't know how it is. When you stay with the police department for 6 months, you get on a payroll. They start paying you. But my father didn't allow me to get on that payroll because he kicked me out the house. So that ended my career with the volunteering of a police officer. Because I had a 4 to 12 shift, 4 in the afternoon, 12. And I would go, right? Had my uniform in the whole 9. And I would go. And when I would finish, it would be late. So I would hate coming home because he'd be fussing and arguing all the time. And then in the morning, he wouldn't be messing with me. And just like I said, I love my dad. And I wasn't raised to disrespect my elders or to respect my parents. So I would just like deal with it. So this particular night, I was going for I think I was going for 2 weeks. I ain't gonna lie, I was going for like 2-3 weeks. And when I came back, I'll give it take a month. Maybe I was going a month, I don't know. But I was staying with a friend of mine who was also auxiliary, and they was Spanish. So I was staying with her. I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like having your own. I'm telling you. You know, being in the environment where you comfortable. Now don't understand. My grandmother was a church lady. She was saved, filled with the Holy Ghost. So she didn't treat me wrong. I didn't have to I didn't have to be in those streets. I'll be unwanted. I'll be treated like a stepchild when she was in New York. All of this happened when my grandmother was in South Carolina. So this story is gonna be, as I said, my best friend getting hit by a car. So the next video will be the the um the story will be on my life, some of my life, in reference to me being out there in this group home. What it was like, how I met a 5%, all that. So this all gears around the story. The story gears, it goes on and on and on. Because I was out there for like the summer. So that's like 3 to 4 months. So I got kicked out like in the beginning of the summer. Like my grandmother would go down like June. So let's say this was July. Right? Because she would come back before September, like after Labor Day, so that I would go to school. So I'll be able to go to school. Right? So she don't have no idea what's going on, because my daddy ain't calling her nothing. So this particular month, I'm gonna give myself a month. I'm gonna say a month. I was away for a month. I come back, and that's only because the girl's mother told her that I gotta go. And she was saying, well, what kind of parent allowed a child to stay away for so long? See, that's why I be in it when my kids would bring people to spend the night. I would be like, ain't nobody spend the night in my house. If the parent don't talk to me and tell me it's okay for that child to spend the night, ain't nobody spend the night in my house. See, I was a parent indeed. I wasn't playing that. You couldn't just come up in my house and stay for months and months and months or days. I may let you get over for 2 nights, spend the night, and then you keep coming to me. Oh, my mother, no, I talked to my mother. Okay, it may even last a week. But when you stay in 2 weeks and 3 weeks, and now it's getting into a month, wait, this ain't sounding right. You know what I'm saying? You got a shower in my house? Mm-mm. See, being a child and went through it. If nobody never did it, but I'm saying if somebody was to come in my house and stay that long and start showering in my shower, I know you either got put out or you just staying away from home. Okay? So, at the end of the month, the girl's mother came to me because they were Spanish. They'd be arguing. I could tell that they was arguing because of me. Because the girl was Pentecostal. The only pants she wore was the pants for the police. But she wasn't saved now. Her religion was Pentecostal. So she drank. She was a lush. Oh yes. And that's where the introduction of drinking came to me, because I wasn't a drinker. And I got very intoxicated off of one drink, because they drank hard liquor. Like, I think it was Bacardi. That's how I got introduced to Bacardi, because that's what they drank. And their name was, no, not Santa. She had a boyfriend that was auxiliary police too, but he was not a sergeant. What would you call that? There's a name. I think it's the same. Yeah, they get the same names in auxiliary. You get sergeants, you get captains, all that in auxiliary, and you can move up and become that in the police. In the police department, you would just have to take the test. You see what I'm saying? So he was a sergeant, But he was a drunk sergeant. He would come on in the precinct drunk. That man was drunk. His girlfriend, they would be drunk and they'd be fighting, and they be talking Spanish or whatever. And next thing you know, he'd be like, "Shut up!" And he'll slap her, and she'll come back. She'll walk away, and she'll come back, and she'll slap him. And I'll be just cracking up. They just was a funny couple to me. They loved it. They're crazy out of one another, but they would fight. These people would fight. You have bruises, and they was Spanish, so they was light skinned. I don't want to say white. They was lighter than me, and you would see the bruises on the neck, on the arm where he took and grabbed her. They be in the house fighting all that stuff, and they'll come to work. I tell you one thing, they didn't miss work, because they was on the payroll. They've been there longer than me, so they was on the payroll. They was there like 2 years or so. And my sergeant did not really like me hanging out with her, because they was saying that I had potential. Because I'm going to tell you something, whatever I did, I put my best foot. I was good at it. So they saw me as becoming a good cop. They saw that. But I wasn't trying to shoot nobody. So that was my holdup. I couldn't be a cop. And it ain't no guarantee that you would shoot somebody. But you had to go through that in the academy. You had to do that shooting and pass that part of the test in order to be even acknowledged as becoming a cop. So I can do it. But anyway, back to the story. So now, I got put out, went to the precinct. There's another story in there, but we'll tell that another time. I'm going to have one that's the abuse story time. This is just the regular story time. Because when I got kicked out, I ran into my uncle. So that's another part of the story. And then he told me to go to the precinct. And when I go to the precinct, tell them that tell them that your father put you out, his girlfriend put you out, your grandmother's down south, and you don't have no more family members. And your aunt is not allowing you to stay there. That was my father's sister, which was my grandmother's daughter, but adopted daughter. So I couldn't go back there. So I went to the precinct, told the precinct that. They had me sit down, and then they brought a female. They had to get a female, so the female talked to me a little bit, and then he said, "You hungry?" They said, "You hungry?" I was like, "Yes." Okay. We're going to get you something to eat. So they went out, they bought me some food, and then they took me to a room, and they commenced to talk to me. And, I just kept telling them, I said, "I'm only going through this because my grandmother ain't here." And they was like, "Well, where your grandmother at?" I said, "Well, my grandmother's in the South." So you don't have her number? I was like, "No, my father had the number," like that. "So you want to call your father, get the number?" I said, "Well, it don't make no difference because my grandma's already down, all the way down south." I said, "I prefer for her to deal with that when she come back up. I don't want her worrying because she's down there in church business." It was like, all right. So they had to find a place for me, first of all. Secondly, the place that they found was Covenant House, right? Because they wasn't going to take me in the shelter now because I had a place. So they were saying, "We're going to take you to Covenant House and you stay there. And when you get the number, you call your grandmother when you think she's back." They say, "You know when she's back?" I say, "Yes, she'll be back because I got to go to school. So she'll be back in time for me to go to school." And now that's like September, after Labor Day. They said, "Okay." So they took me to Covenant House, went to Covenant House, had my own place. We shared a room because it was like, if you went out, you had to leave out every day. And for those who was old enough to work, they had to go try to find a job. For those who weren't or couldn't work, for those who was old enough to get a place, they had to go find a place to live in, find an apartment. And for those who was old enough to work, that that was just like runaways or something like that, and they just stay until their parents calm down or whatever until they go on foster care. They had to find a job, but everybody had to be out their rooms no later than 7 o'clock in the morning. So breakfast was from I think 5 to 7. And then if you're around the area, you can come back for lunch, which was like 12 o'clock or something like that, 12, 1 o'clock. And then you come back for dinner. You got to be back there. I think you have to be back there by no later than 7 or something like that. Because you have to come in, do your chore, you clean your room, and then go to bed because you got to be out again at 7 o'clock in the morning. So they didn't allow you to be out too long, because if you've been out long, then you could lose your spot, your bed spot. So I had lost my bed spot because I was chilling out, acting a fool, and hanging out with my friends, and I lost my bed spot. So now there was this guy and there was this girl. Because, see, I was there for a while, right? Because remember, that was 3 months, 4 months I had to be there. So we was walking. For those who know where the Port Authority is, the back of the Port Authority, right? So that's going into like 11th Street, 12th Street, like that. Oh, my ears. I don't know why my ears be itching. So we walking, right? And I'm going to tell you something. I always was a daring child. I always would do things like run out right quick in the street, because my reflex, I was very quick. So this particular day, we would have walked to the Port Authority often, because at that time you can go in the Port Authority and hang out and chill out in there. Just sit down in there and chill out, right? So we was walking to go to the Port Authority this mid-afternoon, let's say about 12, 1 o'clock, right? Well, mid-afternoon would be 3, so about 2 o'clock, right? And we going across the street, right? So now we did this often. And I can't remember that street, maybe 41st Street, because the next block over is 42nd. So, no, the next block over is 43rd. And then the next block over is 42nd. So we lived at 42nd, 43rd, 44th. I think we lived like 45th, 46th, and 12th Street and 11th Street, something like that. So we go. And during this time that we will go to the Port Authorities different days, here I go. I will run out right quick, and this is a big street. I will run out, and I will make it. I would take off, because I was a track runner. I ran track, so I was fast, right? And I would fly across the street. And my friends be like, oh, my God, So the car would they would think, it would look like on their side, looking from their point of view, that I'm almost getting hit. But my point of view, I would say to myself, I'm too quick for the car, right? So this particular time, we going across the street, right? I go try it, right? I go out, and I jump back quick, right? I be like, nah, I ain't making this one. So I came back quick. But my friend, the guy, went out with me, and he didn't make it back quick, and the car hit him. Lord have mercy. We heard it. The car went bam. We went. And let me tell you something. He got hit. Follow my eyes. He went up in the air on this side. That car hit him so hard that he went up in the air and landed on the other side. And he landed on the back of the car coming this way. We was walking this way. I went out like this, came back. He went out, and the car hit him. The car hit him with so much force that he went up in the air on one side and came back. He went up in the air on downgoing traffic, well, upgoing traffic, and he went on the other side of the street, and a car that was coming this way, he got hit. He fell on his back. Bam, you heard it. Bam. I mean, if it could have been a movie and they put the music, you would have heard it. Like the music stop. You would have heard the big boom, and then the music stop, and you hear. Man, you talk about somebody was crying. Me and the girl, we was like in shock for like 3 seconds. Me and her looked at one another. And then it kind of hit us, and we started yelling, we started screaming. And you know what? We went over to him. I never knew whether the dude died or not. I never knew. If he survived, I don't want to say, but if he hit his back the wrong way. But see, when he hit the car and he came down like his spine was broke. That's how he came down. So the car didn't really break his fall, but maybe it helped the fall, because if he had hit concrete, then he probably would have bust open. Ooh. But anyway, after he got hit, we all ran, and we was like, move, move, move. That's our friend. That's our friend. Because they stopped the car. Because when the car hit him, the car was going so fast that he couldn't even stop quickly. But you heard the brakes trying to stop the car. And it went... Lord Jesus. And everybody was, I ain't gonna lie, I was ghetto. Me and my friends went up to that man, and we was like hitting him, like, why you hit up? And he was like, and he was like, I'm sorry. And we left him, and we ran across the street to the friend, because now traffic is stopped both ways, and us and our crazy. So we just went walking out in the middle of the street, running out like, stop. Y'all stop. We was stopping traffic like we was traffic police. And we went over to him, and he was just lying there. We was talking to him, and we was like, it's going to be all right. I can't remember his name. It said his name was Joe. It's going to be all right, Joe. Just hold on. We was holding his hand. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Oh, my God. It's going to be all right. But even though it's a bad situation, the good thing of it was that it was a cop that hit him. The cop was late for work. And at that place where we jumped out and came back, that was a light. So, even though we was in the wrong, I don't know how the story went, but I think they were saying that the man ran the light. All the witnesses and all that was saying that he ran the light. When all honesty, we was trying. Well, I'm going to be honest, now that I'm thinking about it. The light was changing, and I didn't want to wait. So this car that was coming, it was coming so fast that I knew I wasn't going to make it across the street. So I jumped back. But him not paying attention, because I was blocking the view from the car. So I'm the one that saw the view. So instead of him jumping with me backwards, he was left out there, because I had done move, and I had moved so quickly that he didn't even realize I would move until the car hit him. So I felt bad. I was crying. I kept telling my girlfriend it was my boy. It was my boy. And she goes there. Oh, she kept saying, it's not your fault. Stop it. Oh, I cried for days. It was so bad that I had to leave the place. I left. I did. I had to leave the place. I went roaming, just hanging out, walking the street, because I had nowhere to go. I was just walking the street, crying, drinking. Did you hear what I said? Drinking. right? Coolers and stuff. Not nothing hard. This is yeah. Right. I was drinking. No, I was drinking Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid. You hear me? I couldn't afford no liquor, none. So I would get like beer and drink like to ease the pain because I really felt like it was I guess it was good I didn't find out whether he died or not because I would have been no good because I carried that for a long time. A long time. My friends tried to like help me not think about it by saying it wasn't my fault. But I always said it was. I don't know. I'm glad I don't know whether he died or not. And I was glad to know that a cop hit him. So God forbid that something happened to him, he would be well off and his parents would be well off. Because he was young. You know what I'm saying? We was young kids. So he wasn't old enough to receive no money. So it would go to his parents, and his parents would take care of him. So God forbid that the car really hurted him where he was disabled and would be disabled for the rest of his life. You know, he had money. Hopefully he wasn't a vegetable. You see what I'm saying? But at least his parents, and maybe that would have woke them up, like, why in the crazy you got this little boy out here? We was just little kids. 14, 13, 15. What the crazy we doing in group homes? And he wasn't that kid that was like bad and ran away. It was like my situation was like, our situation was the same. Our parents put us out, didn't want us in the house no more for their own stupid and selfish reasons. You know what I'm saying? So, where else we gonna go but to the precinct? I think